I feel like we switched to the same one.
Welcome.
2.
Milking.
Why are you so aggressive?
My name is Brian.
I've just
Sebastian.
noticed that every time I
I'm
watch the
Maris.
episode. I'm Arturo. My goodness.
Okay.
You're
Have more fun.
You remember, you're smacking the child.
What child? What child
What
am I
if I put
at
a
the
chip in
table? A
here?
child?
Do it.
Yeah,
Why
that
not?
too. Oh, my bad.
Oh, dang. Sorry, people.
No, they can't hear that. Only
can't
we can hear it.
Only we
can
hear
hear
it.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the whole point.
Come on, bruh. Okay. So should we take a small, quick break to get this fixed? Or
What needs to be fixed?
There's nothing wrong.
Oh, okay,
There's
nothing wrong.
I don't
Okay.
see. I don't see anything.
I don't see anything wrong either. If you see nothing wrong, I see nothing wrong.
I think we're chilling.
All right. Cool.
Are you
The
not
people who watch
chilling?
audio only are so confused right now.
Oh, hey, what does that sound?
Whoa.
I think it might be mine.
Oh wait, hold on.
Is the piano?
It might be the piano.
It was the piano.
Okay.
Luckily, they can't hear that. ASMR.
That's a good joke.
Oh, can I have one? Can I have one?
Your hand does not work for that.
Why not?
Where are you gonna
What are you
put
talking
it? Right
about?
here?
Why not? Why?
I'm just-
My arm works like any other arm works.
No, I'm just saying. I don't think your fingers are just working enough right now. I think you should warm
Do
them
you
up.
have something to say?
You're
Are you
looking-
telling
you're-
me my hand looks wrong right now?
No, I'm saying your hand looks a little stiff. That's all I'm
Oh.
saying.
He's calling you disabled.
She got the stiffs.
So, you're insulting me, is what I'm hearing.
No, not really. No, no, we're not.
Rough.
There's
Okay.
no insult here.
What is insult?
Really?
Are we doing milk first?
It's like assault, but insult.
But I need to get
Right?
I need to get my mic closer.
Use your other hand. The one that
Why?
works.
But this
The
one
that
works. This one's fine. It works perfectly
It's
fine.
fine.
It works the same
Have
as
you
any
seen that
other
one?
hand.
Mine's
Have you
only
seen
for
that one
snacks.
movie? I'm not gonna mention the movie. He's like, "Here, take my strong hand." No.
Oh, no, I've never seen that.
Adam, is it the...
Okay, I'll cut it
Oh,
off.
I
for-
know that one. I know
Back
it.
to our normal
That's better.
um,
Normal schedule
Conversation.
program.
Milk?
Who
Yeah.
likes milk? We
Okay.
do.
So this milk is very special to me.
Is it?
Yeah, I
I thought you
created
said
it.
it was low tier.
Huh? I did? When?
Okay, it's not low tier, I guess.
I don't remember saying that. Maybe I did. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Okay, so this one, it's very sweet.
Oh boy.
So don't smell it. Just try to chug it, because it's really sweet.
Hold on. Is this like an actual bought milk, like a milk you can buy, or is this like a concoction you've made up?
Both,
Right.
but
What?
it's good.
Okay. We'll take your word for it. If it's really good, we might sell it. Be on the lookout.
I don't think we can do that if it's from different brands.
Bring us the milk.
No, it's not my proudest milk I've made. but-
Bartender.
Is that your proudest milk?
No,
milk?
definitely not my proudest.
What's your
Okay.
proudest?
God's milk.
You haven't seen it yet.
He hasn't created it yet.
No. Coming next
Who
year.
just left the church?
Oh, you can hear beeps.
I just heard one beep.
I think you're just hearing things.
No, I heard it.
Yeah, I heard it.
Bro, you got that, bro. What if your ears doesn't work either?
But Brian just said he could hear it.
Brian's
Oh, you
always
hear it?
hearing things.
Am I?
They have sunglasses, bro.
Yeah.
This
They're
is better
delusional. The
thing.
sun is out, but we're inside.
The sun is out. Look at that
My
thing.
future's too bright.
Look at that thing. No, I low-key need these. I've been getting like spotty eye during these things because of how much freaking light is in my face.
I'm sorry.
It's just, oh.
It's all about the parasol, you know what I mean?
Stare right into it.
The umbrella.
Yeah, I don't like doing that.
Stare right into it. See
I
what
like staring at
happens.
those ones. Those ones are nice.
Stare
I
right
remember when
into
I was
it.
a little
See
kid, I
what
just put the flashlight in my eye and just like...
Oh, you got it.
happens.
Is it
the
bartender
bartender
ready?
bartender coming?
Bartender, go fast!
This is my snack hand.
Bartender, can I have a
Are you gonna pick up the milk with that hand?
Wait,
Okay, do not smell it. Do not smell it.
wait,
we won't smell
bartender.
it.
Super
Wait,
smell it.
right here. Where's your
Dang, bro,
mom?
you gave her so much,
Right,
bro.
no, right here, bartender. Thank you.
Oh, God.
You gonna be able to pick that up?
Yeah,
No, here.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So-
This is an accident waiting to happen.
Not gonna happen.
Push it, push it.
Oh, no.
Wait. I got tape.
No, why would we need tape?
Because you need some assistance.
For
You're calling her disabled?
Wait, hold it,
Yeah.
hold it. Ready? Are we good? We're good.
Okay.
Ready?
Oh, no,
we're not
gotta
clinking, we gotta
cheer.
cheer.
She can't reach.
Use your other hand.
Disabled. She's disabled. Clink, clink, clink.
Ready?
Oh, what the?
Mmm.
I can't do it anymore. What is this?
What the? That's yogurt.
I know, but I'm not.
That's yogurt with chocolate. That's yogurt with chocolate.
I was lying. I'm
By
sorry,
far,
guys.
that is awful. That is the worst one we've had so far.
I just wanted to trick you guys.
Disgusting.
I just wanted to trick you.
What is it?
I'm about to throw up.
It's milk. It's like cooking milk.
Cooking milk?
It's buttermilk.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm like, it tastes like something I would use
It tastes like
to
yogurt.
Yeah.
batter my chicken.
I've never tried buttermilk, but I want to try it.
You don't drink buttermilk.
Oh.
You use it for cooking.
So are we supposed to drink it? Like, is it healthy to drink this?
I'm not.
You can throw it
I'm
away.
not drinking this.
Is it healthy to drink it?
I'm
I
not.
can drink all of it.
Yeah, you can drink it.
I'm not gonna drink all of it.
I just like the Nesquik in it.
I don't like the Nesquik in it.
Put it away. Let's put it away.
Ugh.
Oh, what is this? Is this milk?
This is the chaser.
It's a chaser.
Is this to help?
What is this?
Is this to help take away the milk flavor?
What is this?
It's Sprite.
Oh, it's right.
Nah, you ain't the bartender.
Oh, my bad. What is this?
It's a nice. Oh my bad. It's a nice blend of carbonated water with lime and lemon.
Ah, see? So you're wrong.
That's Sprite.
Vegan, non-GMO.
Yeah, I'm not finishing that.
Yeah, I'm not.
I didn't have to tell you to drink
Here.
straight up.
And you
buttermilk.
said this was not your proudest.
It's my least proud. I'm ashamed of this, bro.
Why'd you bring this?
For fun.
I'm gonna give it one more try.
You're gonna give. It's mainly the smell that hits you. I think the taste.
No, it's the taste.
The taste is like a 3 out of 10.
My nose is stuffed, and
But the smell makes it like a 1
no.
out of 10.
No. No. Should you share the recipe if anybody wants to recreate it?
I
was
love
just buttermilk with
carbonated
Nesquik.
water and lime.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
It was supposed to be banana milk.
Thank God we don't
Yeah.
we don't have to drink buttermilk.
Right.
Oh, that's awful.
But we tried it. And now they know.
Now they know you
Now,
shouldn't
don't
do it.
ever drink it.
You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. Oh, I thought for a second I thought you were drinking it.
I chugged that thing, bro.
No, I'm gonna keep you here just for
Liar,
a
it's
second.
full.
Can I get a refill? Question mark?
Excuse me, sorry.
Okay. So today's host.
Oh, bet. Hey,
oh, look at that.
Whoa, we're not sponsored. We're not
gotta cover
sponsored.
that up.
We're not sponsored.
Blur
Blur
that out of
it
here, bro.
Blur it out. Blur it out.
Guys, this is the color of the lime, brother.
LeBron James.
Crisp. Oof. Beat that Sprite commercials.
Who's
Don't even
commercials?
say Sprite, right?
Who's commercials?
Sprite.
I don't know who. I don't know her.
You just
You spilled it.
You're not getting paid to be a good bartender, bro. Come on. I mean, you're getting paid to be a good bartender. Do better.
bartender.
I'm collecting
Bartender.
your tips.
What did you just say?
I'm collecting his tips.
Oh, okay.
Not his.
Propina.
No, I'm okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
It's like that one dog food, something like that. Isn't it?
Propane?
Propane?
Propina dog food.
How do you take off the hand?
You mean paprina?
I don't know.
Paprina?
Thank you.
Pepperinos.
Isn't that paprina like the sausage bacon, the sausage dog treat?
Something like that. Sure, I guess. Top me up, bartender.
Bottomless carbonated lime water.
Bottomless drinks all day.
Okay. So,
Did y'all get that from upstairs?
What?
That's a good way to hold a phone.
Yeah, honestly.
his hand is.
I mean, the thumb covers the screen a little bit.
But does it like? How do you?
There we go.
There you
That's
go.
even better. Look, I like personally like my way.
Anytime I have to give a speech, bro.
No, put the arm on it and then you can like
Oh, it's a selfie stick.
Nah, Dana's gonna be watching this and be like, "What are y'all doing with this?"
That's something.
I don't think she watches this podcast.
volatile.
She'll be. It'll be fine.
Man.
We're not breaking anything.
Mm.
Well, to some extent. Selfie.
Wait,
How
take
do
a
you click the
selfie.
button? How do you
Hey,
click
hey
the
Siri. Oh,
Put the timer on.
Ew, you talk to Siri?
You put the timer on, and then you take a picture.
should I take it of us?
Of course.
You don't have to.
Or take one of the viewers so they can see what they look
Oh,
like.
bet. Hey Siri. Take a picture. Nah, never mind.
Put the timer on.
Doesn't matter.
Whoa.
Okay, we're done.
Yeah, we're done. Okay.
Okay. So today Brian is on the chopping block.
What?
What is chopping
He's
off?
being chopped.
He's being chopped.
Yes. It's like the French
You
Dark
give-
Ages and the
Oh,
I'm not
can
gonna lie,
you-
you give me
did you
like
get the
Morpheus
napkins?
vibes.
more.
The what?
He's my favorite character.
You give me
bro.
Morpheus vibes.
The napkins?
Favorite character from The Matrix.
Yeah.
The God of Dreams, Morpheus.
Morpheus.
With the shades on, and he's dark too.
Mm.
Oh.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Fishburne.
Yeah.
Such an interesting name.
Jared. Sit right there so we can look at you like
Remember
you're
we
the
had that
viewers.
carbonated milk one time?
We did?
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
The,
was
the
the-
melon one.
it was like a no.
No. It was
It was
a milk.
melon. Papaya was
was-
the
Papaya was-
regular
It was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
milk product. It was not milk.
It wasn't
Was that the one where we had
was
strawberry
melon.
Nesquik after?
I think
Yes.
Daisy?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was Daisy. No.
Oh
That
no,
was when we
Daisy
had
with
the
the
Skittle milk.
koala.
Oh yeah, the koala, the banana milk.
I don't remember when we had the
I
carbonated.
didn't drink that.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Roll it back. I mean back.
I don't remember drinking that.
Yeah.
What?
There you go.
The Milkies. That was the brand.
Milkies, yeah, the Milkies.
No, I think after that one we had strawberry milk.
No, we had the purple one.
Oh, we did have the purple, the
Taro?
taro.
Yeah.
Taro.
tarot cards.
I told you I didn't have the banana one.
You did have the banana one.
Banana.
The koala. It was like literally
Oh,
the first one we had that
it
first
was-
Oh,
episode.
It was
I
banana
do
milk. It
remember.
wasn't
I do,
actual milk.
I
Yeah.
do remember that one.
It was like a milk
I
substitute
do
or
remember,
milk
and I
replacement.
remember not liking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was alright, but it wasn't my
It's
favorite.
not
Yeah, you
milk.
could tell it wasn't milk.
Yeah.
My favorite one is the Hobby Lobby one so far.
For real?
Yeah,
Yeah, but that was good.
that one
that
was really good,
I enjoyed that
and
one.
it caught me off guard. I really didn't think I was gonna like it.
Yeah.
Close your eyes and just oof.
No, it
Hobby
literally
Lobby.
just tastes like Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby all the way.
Yeah, it did.
Sorry, Brian. Sorry, we cut you off with the milk.
Okay. So the question for today's podcast, well, it's not a question, I guess like topic, like creativity and the who, what, when, where, why, how, and to what extent of creativity. So I guess first we can start off by like talking like let's tell me someone who you think is creative. Tell me someone who you think is creative. Like think about like the prime example in your mind. And
I have two people. My brothers,
Okay.
both of them.
Okay.
You know about Nathan.
Creative.
I'm gonna have to say like either Ezra Cohen or Jonathan Mendo.
Or are they like country singers or what? Are they?
No. They are.
His friends.
So
Oh.
Ezra
What?
Cohen created, along with Jonathan Mendo, they created like Sunday screens for like backgrounds. They do a bunch of cool things for like churches, and then Jonathan or John Mendo, he was my teacher in college, and then became friends. And he's worked with like BMW, Nike, creating commercials for them, and he's done such an awesome job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me?
Prime
Who's
example.
creative?
Creative.
Like,
Trying to think.
Get the other hand and do that.
Where is it?
Oh, go ahead, Brian. While he's thinking.
Wait, no, he's thinking right now. Ready?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
You thinking?
Because
Wait, think. What? How do you think?
oh,
I'm not liking
She got
it.
nails.
I heard, bro. I did not like that.
Why did you make that noise?
I said like like it's
you
an
went,
owl.
oh.
So yeah, who do you think it's?
Someone who
is
can
creative?
create.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh.
Creative. We haven't defined it. We
Creative.
haven't
Creative.
defined
You don't have to create things to be
Just
creative.
just to be.
What? But okay.
Well,
Well, what? You create things in your mind.
So creative
yeah, like a creative. Like who's?
Like, who's a prime example for you?
for
of a
me.
creative person. Maybe someone you know. Maybe someone you've.
I've met a couple people.
Okay, name one.
Name one, full name, and everything.
You don't have to
Or
do
date
a
of
full
birth?
name. Unless you want to.
I don't know if I know anyone creative. Everyone's just like mid creative.
Everyone's mid creative. Think of maybe like a celebrity, something like that.
Celebrity?
Whatever. Whatever you
I mean,
think.
I could have said Jared. I could have said Brian.
Yeah.
Could have said Amaris.
Could have said your own brother.
I'd say Brian.
What?
Like creative in a like if he wants to be creative, he can do something whack. You know what I mean?
Whack.
I don't know.
Whack sounds like bad.
I don't think that's a
or
good-
weird.
Weird is not better.
Oh, it's not.
I like
Something
weird.
different.
Whack is
Different, interesting.
Interesting,
is
yeah,
the
yeah.
word that you're
Interesting.
looking for.
That's what I was gonna say.
interestingly weird.
Interestingly weird. Okay, so that's me. Okay.
Yeah, like everything's just making basic stuff. But with, like you, if you want to make something, bro, like I see it as like, dang, that's different. No. All
So
right.
you think you're different.
Special.
Brian's special, guys.
Yeah. Okay. So we've listened to these humans.
I should have just made someone up and y'all would believe me.
I'm pretty sure we would have looked
I
him
don't know
up.
why you chose me,
I would have
bro.
looked him
Oh,
up.
okay.
Are you gonna look at my brothers?
Yeah, I know your brother, so I don't have to look him up.
Yeah. Okay. So we got people.
Uh huh.
Okay. What are? Can we see any
Wait, you didn't say
similarities?
who's
Well, what about
yours
yours?
is?
Yeah. What
Me?
about yours?
Someone who I think is creative.
Yeah.
I think probably one of my favorite songwriters, Bob Dylan. He's doing like more than 300 plus songs. Of
course.
Some of them are awesome. Some of them are terrible.
Are they
That's
making a
like the
movie
point.
about him?
Yeah, they're
Yes.
making a movie about it with Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy
he's gonna get
Chandelier?
Now he's gonna become mainstream.
Timothy
you know what I
Shamalama
mean?
Ding Dong.
He's gonna become mainstream now. Timothy Chalamet Ding Dong's gonna make a
Timothy
movie.
Shamalot?
Chamomile?
Okay,
Camelot?
What are the
Timothy
similarities? we see?
Chameleon? What is it?
Chamomile?
Who's creative?
Chameleon.
What? Who? What's his actual name?
Who? Chalamet.
Chalamet.
Chalamet. There we go. I make fun of
It's
his
actually
name.
Timothée because he's French.
Sorry,
Yeah, that's how you
Timotei.
spell it. Yeah, with the two E's.
Yeah, with the little accent.
Timotei.
Timotei. But
Okay.
wouldn't it be like Timotei?
Ask the French.
I don't know. I'm not. Oh yeah.
Darn French. Sorry,
know.
French people. You just you guys
They
surrender
say
a
that
lot.
their language is like the hardest to learn besides English.
Not
Who's?
true.
Who's?
French?
French.
No.
Not
French
true.
has the least amount of words in their dictionary.
Really?
Got him, French people.
Y'all,
As of like a couple years
dang.
ago. I haven't checked recently.
Sorry, French people. Yeah, I bet you guys are wonderful.
I heard different.
Yeah, I've heard they don't like us.
VeggieTales is
Oh yeah,
creative.
that's true. That yeah.
VeggieTales is creative. The creator of VeggieTales. How about that?
Yeah. But not anymore. Not anymore. Now it's
the
weird.
new stuff. That
Yeah.
new version.
Why do they have pigs now?
There's pigs.
There's pigs.
Speaking of pigs,
Yeah, bro.
Minecraft trailer.
I've never seen that.
Don't look at it.
Is it
It's
bad?
awful.
I'd rather watch a random unknown YouTuber make a video about Minecraft.
For real. For real.
Okay, are we ready?
That doesn't sound like a bad thing.
No, an
That's-
unknown
it-
YouTuber that
It
shows
sounds
videos are
better
bad.
than watching the trailer.
Okay. Okay, so are we ready? Similarities. What do you guys see?
Similarities
What do you guys see
Huh?
between like
between the people we've
Hey,
mentioned?
bro, that's mine.
They all definitely do make things, right?
yeah.
my brothers make things in different ways.
They make things in different ways.
Hmm.
Okay.
Like one's like more like musical creative type, and the other one's more like media and drawing stuff.
So
But-
do you think he is musically creative because he's a good musician?
I think that he's musically creative because that's what he likes to do. He likes doing it, so he wants to do it more, and so he becomes more creative with it.
So
So-
wait, no. Is he a good like creative person? Like, is he creative because he's a good like creative musically? I'm saying like this, he makes music. Is that what you mean?
He does it that he does help with that kind of stuff, and like yeah,
So is he good at that because he's a good musician?
I'd say so.
Okay. Okay. So right now that's a good point. So she's tying into there might be something of a craft to it. You know what I'm saying? Like the craft making of like maybe like carpentry, or like crafts such as I don't know. Give me a craft. Metalworking. I don't know. Welding, whatever. So if you're good at that, you could be good at doing like the creative aspect of it, which is like a certain sort of idea. Now that we've gotten that idea,
Wait.
what?
No, go.
Okay, so that's a certain. So creative people are creative in different areas. We have that, and then they have to be good in that area to be creative at it.
Okay.
So can you teach someone to be creative?
You can. I don't think you can teach, but you can help.
You can teach them to a certain point, a certain like level.
I don't think you can.
But it from there, it's up to them to create their own like.
Okay, so how does it start then? So before we get to the point where they're creative, what are they doing?
What do you mean?
So before Genova was musically creative, what was he doing?
Asking questions, getting to know people, getting to know people that were in that area.
No, he was learning his craft. That's what he was doing. Before he started becoming creative with it, he was learning how to do what he was doing.
So
he learned how to play piano. He learned how to play guitar.
I
he
talked
learned how to play
about.
bass. He learned how to sing.
So that's the teachable part, right? Like the craft learning.
I kind of talked about this with someone. It's like someone who's created has to have something. Like you can't be creative with nothing. So like learning his craft, then you can be creative.
Okay.
You can't just like pick it up and just mess around unless. Well, maybe you can.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. Is like there's a certain part where you can either get taught to do something or learn yourself, but that's only as far as you can go. After that, that's when you start expanding on the creativity side.
Mm-hmm. So we say like the before part where he's like learning and learning and learning his craft. In a way, he's imitating. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's imitating people he hears, like practicing the songs and playing exactly how these other people play it. For he himself is musically creative, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a teachable part to creativity, right?
Right.
Okay. So right now we have that creativity has a teachable part. Mm-hmm. And then somehow we get from all of a sudden you're learning, and all of a sudden you make.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me think.
Can I make an example right now?
Yes, you can make an example right now while I kind of find the...
Jared, he's been learning lights. Mm-hmm. You know, he's been doing a real good job. He's been learning lights. He's been asking questions. I have not taught him anything of like how to create scenes, how to create things, but he's asked me how to add DMX addresses work, how to program, how to move this, what is this, how does this work, all these questions, right? But he's taken the time after learning those things to start creating things on his own. And I haven't seen anything yet. Like I saw a preview of some of the things that he's worked on.
It was so good today.
But he's doing a good job. But that's something I didn't teach him, that other half. Mm-hmm. I taught him as far as he wanted me to teach him or like show him. And then after that, his mind went off because he already kind of understood. He's still not a pro or an expert at the programming or the DMX or the lightings or whatever. But the fact that he knows a little bit of that area and he's able to go expand from there and create something.
So do you think creativity is like almost like a mindset of learning how to step out of your box with your box?
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's a pretty good definition. I think that's the one I've kind of arrived to. And it's kind of based on a guy named David Hume and his he's like theories of ideas. But the main idea is that our experiences, we take them in, and then our imagination is actually just taking our experiences and amalgamating them, like changing them. Maybe making, if you're like a bass player, like Genova's, you maybe decide, oh, maybe I'll hold this note a little longer, maybe I'll hold this note a little less. But it's the same structure of the song, like the same experience, but like a little twist, which he also knows from the other experiences. So it's kind of like mixing and matching certain experiences to make something different. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, it's not really different, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just everything he has been going through, but he's mixing and matching. Okay. So we get this teachable in part, and it's kind of like I'm going to call it the Brian's sponge theory. I'm going to call it the Brian sponge theory. The creativity theory.
Brian created a theory.
Yes. Where it's like when you're like washing the dishes with the sponge.
Washing dishes.
Yeah. and then it gets soapy, and then you get like the soapiness from all like the different dishes. And then when you squeeze it out, like the water is like tainted from all the disgusting
when
stuff
it's
of all the
absorbed
dishes.
and everything.
Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
But it's like there's even absorbing, which can be taught. I think everyone absorbs things all the time, You
Right.
absorb TV shows, you absorb books, you absorb messages and sermons. What?
She grew through it on me.
Oh.
Keep going.
And you and then eventually you squeeze it out. Like you squeeze the sponge and then something new comes out.
Okay.
Okay. So it's not, how about the squeezing the sponge? You think, so you don't think it's teachable? Like the squeezing the sponge and letting something new come out. Is it teachable? Is that part teachable?
Is it something new or was already there? Well, from what you're cleaning.
Well, we say it's already there, but you mix and match it.
So there's a
You
book.
can be taught.
There's a book called Stealing, or what is it called? It's like Stealing Art Like a Thief or something like that. And in there, it has like a biblical principle. Like the book is not biblical at all in itself, but it has a biblical principle in it where it talks about how, you know, even in the Bible it says everything under the sun, you know,
Nothing's new.
nothing's new. So it doesn't matter. Like, let's say there's a new and upcoming artist, and then they're like, oh my gosh, they're creating something new and all that. And then you ask them, what are some of your favorite artists? And then they give you a list, and then you listen to those artists. You can hear like, okay, he's grabbing this style from this person, this rhythm from this person, this kind of vocal from this person, and then puts it all together. And it's not new. It's already been created, but the way it's been put together is new. Something that people are like, I've never heard of that style or that way of singing or that mixture of rhythms and stuff like that, or instruments. But it's more like you just take the collective like things of what you've learned, people that have inspired you, and then you just kind of create something from there. And it might look unique, but in reality, it's not. It's already been done before, but you're just taking it and manipulating it in a way to where it becomes your own.
What I'm asking is like, is the manipulating, you think that's taught, or you think some people just know how to manipulate and some others don't?
I think some people, I don't think it's like know how to. I think some people are brave enough to try to manipulate things.
So you think anyone can do it?
I think anyone can do it, but some people are too scared to do it. Be like, oh, it's not gonna sound good. So then they just don't do it. Versus, I'm gonna try, and it could not sound good, but they tried, and then they keep trying and trying and trying until they find something. Because I can assure you, like a new music artist, they didn't get it with their first try. They probably had a bunch of other songs that were scrapped, and they were doing so many different things trying to find their sound before they finally got it. So it took
Find their sound. That's really interesting.
before they had like to take like it had to take guts for them to try multiple things and fail a lot of times before they finally got there, and that takes guts and creativity.
I agree. I concur.
I like that, and I think I'm gonna try to say that in a different way by going through like some kind of questions. So, if this like manipulating part, if it's something you can teach or you can learn, would someone have complete control of that ability? Like, let's say someone's a very creative person normally, and they've been taught to be creative. If it's teachable, like the manipulating of different ideas. Are they in complete control of that manipulation? Yes or no? Yes or no? Just say yes or no. It's not like a.
Wait, can you say that again?
So we've talked about like the absorbing information, and then we manipulate it to make something new, but you have to take the old and like that manipulating part. You say it's. I guess Amani's already said what she thinks. It's like a trial and error. You have to figure it out for yourself. Maybe. But even that way, you can say it could be taught. But she thinks you kind of teach yourself how to do that.
Right.
You think. If they learned, they'd be in complete control?
Well, it's because it's weird because, let me give you an example. It's like you give a kid, or you tell a kid, here, or make a bridge. And then, okay, so now this guy has to have full control over everything that he knows. Or you can give him something that he knows, and he'll know. Like, let's say you give a kid Play-Doh, oh, now I can make a bridge. But if you don't give him anything, it's like a big stretch, and I feel like that's the hard part that you really don't have control over.
Do you mean control as in like he's like you're the person who's doing it, and being creative is the only one doing it? Because
I think so. Yeah, like
because I think
like,
about
let's say there's a highly creative person, right? And if you're in complete control of your creativity, you could make something at any time in as much quality, as good and as bad as you want it to. You think that's possible?
I think that's only possible for someone who's perfect, and we're not perfect.
I would say that you are in complete control of your creativity, but
Something you train.
no,
Right?
but there are outside forces them manipulate your creativity. So like, let's say, you know, I'm referencing another artist again. An artist, you know, they're trial and error. They have full control of creating whatever they want. But once they find that one thing that really puts them out there, their creativity is manipulated by an outside force, meaning the consumers, and then they're stuck in that area where they have to create music to satisfy them.
Okay.
That's where I'm seeing it.
Yeah. Also, I think with creativity, like my brother has been helping out with like music that's coming out from his church that he's working at and that he's going to, like his new home church. And like he can be like creative and stuff like that, have ideas, but at the end of the day, he has to stick to a certain sound that they want, a certain thing that they want, a certain like type of like they want this to sound like this, they want this to be cut this way, you know, and like he's creative. He can be creative, but he also has something that he has to stick to that's told to him by his boss, you know? So he's creative, but he also has like, because if you think about like whenever everyone's that's always creative, they always kind of have to be in a little box because they're doing it for like, most of the time they're doing it for like people who animate movies. They have a boss that they have to show, oh, I made these sketches, or I made this design idea, I have this design idea. Or people who design clothes, I designed it this way, I designed it that way. They have people they're working with that they have to like kind of fit into like certain like styles that the people they're working with, you know?
So
Okay, so the weird thing is, I think with you guys in our conversation, we're confirming that someone can have complete control of creativity, right, and make exactly what they want, and in the quality that they want it to be. But in a weird way, like when I was thinking about this the other day, and I realized that there's something as someone saying, "I feel inspired." Like in a moment's notice, they'll all of a sudden get inspired and make something incredible. And in other moments when they're not inspired, they can't make anything. Or if they do make something, it's bad.
Right.
Like writer's block or like artist block, that type of thing.
So what I'm saying there is that, okay, so right now we've just said a creative person has complete control. I don't think that. I think a creative person has a moment where they're like, it like almost clicks and they can just do. But I don't know how to reconcile
I
the two
feel
ideas.
like
I don't know.
I get that cause that's what I was thinking. That's what I said. I don't think they had like control either. Cause like obviously there's moments where you're like, I just can't think of anything. Like if you tell a person, like if you were to tell my brother, like if I were to see him today and tell him, write me a song right now, he'd be like, what? I'd be like, write a song. He'd be like, what are you talking about? I'd be like, write a song right now. And he'd be like, okay. And or if I were to tell my brother, I'd be like, draw something like, I'd be like, draw something like that you haven't drawn. I'd be like, what? Draw something new. He'd be like, like it takes time. You have to be able to be like, okay, well, I'll pull from this. Maybe like they'll do a couple sketches. They'll figure things out before, you know, like it takes time to do that.
So what train are you on? So Maris is on the, it could be both ways. It could be they are in control or they're not. They're inspired. Artie, what do you think?
Because I can see both sides. Like, I'm kind of in that position where I'm working on a wedding video right now, right? And usually when I'm working on a wedding video, I'll finish it, I'll get it done, and it looks really good. I've been working on this one for about 2 months.
Wow.
I've listened to the songs for the wedding video, and it doesn't work. I delete it. I start all over. So I've hit a certain point. I've hit a block. So, but I wouldn't say like I'm still in control of like full creativity, but there's something stopping me. Whether it's like a lack of motivation, a lack of something that's keeping me from creating that.
I think sometimes the thing is that you get so tired of it. Like sometimes you get so tired, like you try, like again, like when I said like to find, like when artists find their sound, essentially, it takes a lot of time for them to find something out. And it can be very easy for you to just want to give up and be like, oh, it's not working. It could be like failed again, or it's not working. It doesn't sound good. This drawing doesn't look good. This design for clothing I made doesn't look good. The way I designed this this chair to look is not working, or like this stuff, whatever you're trying to like be creative in, it doesn't end up working out the way you want. And so what can lead you to like the block is that it's not working the way you envisioned. And that's like making you less motivated to try more. So it takes you longer because you get less motivated.
Okay. So creativity, I think, is fueled by inspiration, but inspiration is really just motivation. Is that what we're saying?
I think so.
Yeah.
Inspiration is just motivation.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because I don't think I've ever met somebody where like they would be they're like I was just sitting at home not doing anything and just kind of sitting there, and then all of a sudden I thought about this great idea. It's more like I had this moment where like it just kind of clicked, like something I had an idea but
like
I didn't.
I was doing something and then it
made it click. I'm like, oh, this is gonna work. Let's see if we can make this happen.
So it almost sounds like the way we were saying it is it kind of just an idea.
It's like a situation
just appears out of the blue.
Right.
It appears I think it less out of the blue. It's more of like you're doing something that helps the gears turn in your head. Like you're doing something that helps it click. Like as if like if you were to like if my brother were to like my oldest brother, if he were like trying to figure out something, how to draw something, he'd like, and if he were to just randomly go on a walk and he'd see something, like, oh, that'd be cool to draw, or oh, that'd be cool to like design something with this and that together. He's like, oh, it's clicking in my head, you know.
So now we're kind of back.
It's like a reorganizing of thoughts, and then once it looks good, it's like when you organize your room. Like sometimes you organize it, it's like, oh, this doesn't look good, but it's like eventually it clicks and it looks good.
Okay. So I think what we're getting into right now just kind of confirms like my theory of creativity, where it's like, okay, maybe you're not inspired at one point, but you continuously seek out another experience, something else that you can take and manipulate, and then you're inspired and you have a new idea. Well, not a new idea, but a new combination of ideas, because you have more things from your like toolkit to take in and then boom, apply. What should I say? Oh, and I'd say something in common with almost all creative people. That they're also just really hungry for knowledge in their respective fields. I think, really good songwriters listen to music like crazy, and then really good writers, like novelists, read a lot of novels, and really good poets read a lot of poetry, and then stuff like that. So it's a lot of.
Maybe that's why I'm not really good at anything, because I really don't dig into it.
Really?
They don't dig into it?
Wait, but someone doesn't have to be good to be creative, right?
No, that's something true.
No,
but what
no.
I'm saying, what we were talking about,
Because when we're saying it
'Cause,
clicks,
there's,
we're saying the good thing clicks. But creativity is the action of reorganizing.
Well, I
Right?
think there's something that my dad told me. There's like the people who have the ideas and the people that execute the ideas, you know. And sometimes sometimes you can have both, but most of the time there's people who have really great ideas. They just can't ever like get them out or like execute it the way they want, and they need the people who can, the executors, you know. Sometimes that's how it works.
But what I'm also saying, gosh, I kind of lost my train of thought. Okay, now. So we were talking about like, if someone is a complete control of their creativity, they should be able to make whatever they want at whatever quality.
Okay.
And if you could choose at whatever quality, you choose the best quality. So you make good things. But that's not true.
No.
Some people, sometimes someone is inspired and they make a really great thing. Sometimes they're not inspired, they make something really terrible.
No, sometimes they can be inspired and they could just
Make a bad thing.
It could be bad. It
It
can just
also
not be
bad.
good.
It could also be bad, yeah. So I think it kind of proves that in a way, like our creativity, I don't think anyone is really in control of it. It just kind of, it's always
that makes
dependent
sense.
on the environment and on what experiences you're having. And all of a sudden you're able to make something out of the blue, like, okay, I have this new experience and I can change it a little bit and I can make something new. Bam.
But I think, it goes back to like the executing. Like you have to know how to reorganize. Like some people just throw everything around and just hope something comes together. But like there's kind of like a strategy, you know?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like sometimes whenever people get really into their creative field, they kind of have like a
formula.
a formula that they like kind of go to. Like they're like again like artists or like Disney, like their animation, the way they animate certain things, they're like it's low key kind of the same. They go by this certain like the princesses, they go by the big eyes, small waist, big hair, all that stuff, and like their princes, their villains. Like obviously they get a little creative, but at the root of it, it's you could tell that it's Disney because you see the formula that they go behind with their storylines and stuff like that, with the music that they make. They have certain ways that they do it, you know?
Would we call that creativity at that point?
So creativity is a skill?
I think they're being creative.
They're making something.
They were so creative that they became, they found their thing and they created that formula, and now they're creative with
within the bounds of the formula.
what they have already
That's
made.
so interesting because a lot of the time I think we associate creativity with freedom, but in a big way, I think we kind of we kind of cage ourselves, and we have to cage ourselves. Yeah, like we can only be as creative as limited as we are in like our understanding of our experiences.
Like you got to find that niche, and then once you're in that niche, you start creating. Like, how do you say it? I want to say like you master it, that area of expertise, but you get so good at it that you can start thinking of ways like, how can I make it
this and this now? Like,
yeah, this and this, but still be the same thing. Make it look different, but the same.
Like thinking outside of the box,
like,
but in the box.
But with the box that you have, that you created.
You take the box, you rip it apart, put it back together. It's still a box.
Yeah.
That's what's really interesting to me because right now we're talking about people who are like very formulaic and they have their manner of being. But the reason I think I like Bob Dylan so much is because he's constantly like, if you listen to his albums, he constantly subverts expectation. So like at the start, he's very folksy and people like love that. And all of a sudden he's like, you know what? I hate this now. I'm going to become a rock star. And then it's like, everyone hated him. And then new people liked him. And he's like, I hate this. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to country. And then all the people who liked rock hated him. And then the country people liked him. And he just kept shifting.
But at the root of it, you could still tell that it was Bob Dylan, right? You could still, there's something.
In some stuff you couldn't. I don't think. But I think there's also something else to be said about that. You can also be formulaic and being like crazy. I don't know how to explain
I feel like
that.
you can do
know what I mean?
different things, but you still have like that certain like style where you can tell this is who he is. Like you can tell like he's doing all these different things, but you could still tell who he is at the root of it.
Okay. Maybe. Okay.
Because it's not like he morphs into a different person.
So who's in control?
Right. Huh?
If
Who's in
creative
control?
people aren't fully in control of their creativity, who's in control?
Well, I think it's
I think-
circumstances.
Circumstances?
I want to say you're in control, but then it's like it's the things that are around you that limit you.
Oh, we lost a hand.
Why would you do that?
But then if you're limited, that means you're not in control.
Yeah. That's what, like, earlier when he asked me, he's like, are we in control? And I answered the question, but at the same time, I didn't answer the question. Because I was like, you're in control, but then there's
it's like,
circumstances.
are you in
like freedom.
control or are you not in control?
It's like
Yeah.
freedom. Like you need
Are you
walls
really
to
free?
really know where to play.
What is he
No,
doing?
this is how I see it. It's almost like
He's like crawling.
it's almost like a scale on a piano.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like on a piano and every Western
Get closer to the mic, Brian.
On every piano
that
and every
hand.
Western instrument, there are 12? 12 notes.
Yeah.
And there are hundreds of thousands of different frequencies in between all those notes, but we limit ourselves to 12 notes. And that for some reason, because our choices are limited, it's easier to make choices. And by being easier to make choices, we have more freedom, which is a very strange way to think about it.
It's like, how do I put this?
Like you would not know what to do if there was not a choice presented to you. And but presenting the choice also limits your possibilities.
I talked about this with Elliot. It was like there's an experiment on kids, right? And there's two control groups. They're both going to recess. One is put in like the wilderness with no walls, and one is put them in like a fenced area. The ones with no walls stayed together. They're inside. They couldn't think outside the box. But the ones that were in the field,
In the box.
they could play. Yeah, in the box, they could play all around.
Around the box.
So the fenced people were actually more free, and the people who were in the wilderness or like where there's so much space, they were actually like more constricted.
It's because sometimes it's overstimulating too. Like your brain just goes like, okay, there's so many options. What do I choose from? Like it's overwhelming, and that can stop you from being motivated as well. That can like you get so mixed up in like seeing all your options that puts yourself in a box even more than I think than whenever you have choices.
So when you have that,
So you think being creative is learning how to simplify things in a way?
perhaps you have that formula, and you're free inside that formula.
I think creativity is like simplifying it for yourself, and it could be not simple for other people, but it's simple for yourself.
Because like that whole like ADHD, like when so many things are happening, you can't focus, and so
Yeah.
you can't be creative.
But who's in control then? Is it just circumstances? Or we just
I think it's
say-
yes.
Uh-huh.
It's just a
It's
yes
you.
statement.
It's you and the circumstance.
and who
It's
controls,
like you,
and who
but you-
controls our
No,
circumstances?
but the point is,
It is a.
I
who
think-
controls
no,
our
wait,
circumstances?
wait, Brian, wait,
Say it.
Brian, wait.
hold that thought.
Okay, I think it's just that like us, we're in control of our creativity, right? We're letting it run wild, but I think part of creativity is dealing with circumstances that we can't control. You know, like we have this, like, oh, we're doing this. Oh, but it didn't work out. Now we're dealing with the circumstances that happened that we couldn't control, and now we have to fix it. And that makes us more creative.
I just want to.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I want to put it this way real quick. Growing up as a kid, I don't know about you guys, if you guys experiment this, but we used to go to the park a lot. You know, after school, we would go on our bikes, go to the park, and meet up with friends there, whatever. Our parents would always tell us, hey, we want you home by this time, right? But you can only be in this area. So it would always be the park right there by our house. And so we knew, hey, we're going to go there. Let's figure something out, what we can do in these parameters, if I can put it that way. And boy, if I tell you the fun that we had, knowing that we couldn't leave, I mean, we could leave that area, but the fun that we had just knowing that we just had some restrictions, some rules. Be here, come back home at a certain time. We had so much fun. But there was one time where we didn't go to the park. We went to another place, and it just felt weird. It felt awkward because we were like, okay, so what are we going to do now? And then in a way, it's kind of like, it just didn't feel right. And
Throw you off.
yeah, it's like, this is not, we don't, like we had freedom because we're like, oh, we're rebels. We're going to go to this place and not tell our parents. But at the end of the day, it's just like, it didn't feel right. And we didn't have as much fun as if we would have gone if we went to the park.
Stayed limited.
Yeah. So I do agree. Like, I feel like there are, if we have rules to abide by or like restrictions to.
So you think the more restrictions, the more creative, or the less restrictions?
I think
Is there like,
more
is there,
I
is there
think
like a
it's-
perfect range of restrictions?
I think it's the restrictions are like you create your own restrictions. Like you create like the way you create Disney created their own formula. Now they stay within that, and they obviously venture out, do different things, but they have like that Disney magic that you can tell like that's Disney, you know, versus like and like they created that themselves. They created their own like box, you know.
But it's weird that like over time, I think when people see through, like they see the box, now I feel like a lot of the times Disney's accused of being not creative because they've
Well-
stayed so much to this formula. You get what I'm saying?
I actually think it's the opposite.
You think?
I think they ventured too far out from their actual formula and they changed it up too much.
They did.
I do think
Are we
that.
talking about Disney?
Yeah, Disney.
100%.
I do think they changed their formula.
Disney
up
has
and that-
become their
They've
own cancer.
Bro, think about it. They've overcomplicated it. It's all about simplifying.
We don't hate you, Disney. Don't come for us.
Unless you sponsor us. Unless you sponsor us,
We
then we don't
love
hate
you
you.
if you sponsor.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
actually are obsessed with New Disney. If you only if you sponsor us.
Yeah, only if you sponsor us.
But
we
if you
won't hate
don't, then old Disney is better.
Yeah.
Old Disney's always better.
Old
It's
Disney
like they
was great.
had their formula. Then you look back at old Disney and you're like, every movie's kind of the
'Cause it was
same,
simple.
but you like it. You like
and you got
every
all
movie.
these complex whack stories. Well, actually, sometimes it's weird because sometimes they feel unoriginal.
Yeah. Like sometimes I feel like it's more unoriginal now than it was back then,
Right.
and they were
when the formula. Yeah.
when they were sticking to the formula.
So they're playing in the wilderness, but they're actually like they think they're doing it.
Like they think they're being adventurous.
Yeah,
But they're like
but it's like
making their
the people in the field have climbed plenty of trees.
like they
let's be
already-
honest,
they-
is it a preference thing, or are they actually?
No, I think they
No,
actually.
I
I'm
honestly
sure.
do. Like I tell my sisters, I'm like, Disney is their own cancer. Like they're slowly killing themselves. But also, there's a different side
Again,
to Disney.
they also ruined Star Wars. Just so sad.
Yeah, there's also like a
100%.
different side to Disney. Like they're a huge monopoly. They bought so many things. So like obviously they don't care. They got money to
Yeah,
spend.
obviously,
Like they
but-
don't care.
Yeah.
But it's just sad because whenever you see like that's what got them to be to that point, and they're like losing it. You know?
Yeah. But back to the question: do we need more restrictions?
Yeah,
or less?
is it more restrictions better for creativity? You think?
I think again, my thing is I think
think
it's the restrictions. It's better if it's the restrictions you create yourself, not the others people give you.
I want to rephrase it.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Because again, Disney created their own formula and they stayed in that restriction, right? Versus if they were to, they're obviously not possible, but if they were to be bought out by another company and then they're starting to tell them you have to do this formula, obviously it won't work as well. Versus like them doing the Disney magic formula, you know?
What if I change it this way? What if it's more like instead of more or less restrictions, what if it's like they give you less liberty to do whatever you want, like less freedom to do whatever you want, and instead of restrictions? Because I feel like restrictions sometimes I think about like they're setting like rules that I can't go to, or like I can't.
That's
wanna
not
say
what
it's- I want to say it's like a
restrictions is.
levels thing. Like if you want to make something big, you're gonna need more, so your restrictions are gonna have to be less. And if you want to make something smaller, so like
I think it's the opposite.
I think
Or the
I
opposite?
would do
Yeah, I
think
think
it's
it's
the
the
opposite.
opposite.
I feel like if it's really big, I think you need
You need
more
more
restrictions.
restrictions.
You need more
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You
to get
need,
exactly
like-
what you want.
like
Yeah.
wait, what was I thinking?
Because if you're with more people and you're trying to get like this certain type of like movie, you have to have more restrictions so you can get what you're wanting. Versus if it's like something smaller, you have less restrictions because you're like you know that you can like be like figure.
Better question: who's restricting me? Me or
Your experiences?
Yeah,
Your experiences.
my experiences.
Yeah. That restricts you.
Yeah, I guess.
And I guess people like getting more experiences is maybe making more restrictions or different restrictions, and they're choosing the restrictions.
What?
I'm so confused now.
So we need Valley to draw like a draw like the.
Yeah, where's Valerie when we need
Okay.
her?
Okay. So should we summarize how we?
Guys, she hasn't done it since the second episode.
Yeah.
We're fine.
She?
Valerie.
But it felt right when,
What did you think?
like
we
it felt
were talking
good.
about?
Like that's how it needs to be.
Yeah.
Bring her back. Valley, come back.
Everybody, let's make a
Brian
petition.
really wants
Makes
you
a
here.
Let's make a
Yeah,
petition and
we
bring
need-
Valerie back.
we need the whiteboard and we need the,
Oh my
the flow map.
legs hurt now.
So
What
summary.
time is it?
I don't know. No, we still got plenty of time.
Okay. So in my mind,
It's been
okay.
3 hours on that.
Anyways, yeah, you want to go
Yeah.
through it real quick?
Okay,
and
so
then,
because I kind of want to make sure we're all on the same page.
okay,
If
yeah,
you're
yeah.
gonna-
Let's make sure we're on the
Okay.
same page.
So
What is that?
Her legs are probably asleep or
No, but
something.
it moved. There's something else. Oh, there it is.
There's an electrical outlet. Please don't get shocked.
stop. Stop.
I feel like the parent.
Stop. Okay. So creativity is.
Thinking inside. Never mind. Go.
we gotta build it up. Okay.
He's restricting our creativity right now. Let him
We gotta-
restrict our
We
creativity.
gotta get all on the same page. Okay. So creativity is when we take our experiences and we change them, amalgamate them, so their configuration is new. Okay. And apparently there is more creativity as we limit ourselves by gaining different experiences, and we could. It's choosing our restrictions. Maybe it could also be a creative thing, right?
It's like learning how to simplify
Learning
and
how
how
to
much to simplify.
Because if there's too many choices in creativity, we're kind of just left at a stationary point. We're like, what do I do? What do I do?
But then if you oversimplify it and then you have nothing to work with,
There's nothing to work with. That's a
so
good
it's
one
like
too.
levels.
And apparently
It's all trial and error.
we're somehow in control and not in control at the same time.
Okay, so a creative person would know how to get the perfect balance between oversimplifying and undersimplifing,
Yeah,
right? So
Yeah,
like,
I think so.
let's
But is
say
that learned or is that taught? I mean, learned or is that natural?
I think it's both, or it can be both.
learned or natural.
I think it's mostly
no,
natural.
I think it's mostly learned.
Oh,
Like it's, like it's trial and error. They tried it so many different ways that they finally found it. And then once they find
but
it,
like,
they
what
keep
if like
it.
the prodigy? Like some prodigies, they just do it and they got it.
What product?
But
What
how
type of
did they
product?
get there? You don't see the behind the scenes of how many hours they spent trying to get
Exactly.
to it.
Mm.
You know,
How's
Like,
the
what's
youngest chess player?
Huh?
how old is the
chess
youngest
player?
chess player?
Bro, because chess, bro, your brain has to be like,
Massive.
yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Does it?
You just have to memorize like moves and
But you
formula.
have to know.
and
You have to know how to
things,
look
right?
at. You have to look at the.
Well, chess is weird because
Or you
there are some
take-
players who are
take
called
drugs like that one
creative
girl.
chess players. Like there are creative chess players, and then there are like formulaic chess players.
Mhm.
Like it's weird because chess is like a very limited. Well, it's not. It's very like there's lots of possibilities in the game.
Right.
But it's limited to an 8x8 square with 16 pieces on each side.
What is restricting you?
But it
to
is-
get creative.
Some people get creative. Some people don't. Some
But
people.
is the formulaic stuff still not creative?
It's created by someone who made the formula.
Yeah.
But not them themselves.
But not
no.
them themselves.
Yeah, no.
But that's also, I think that's the part where it's like that's taught, and then the creative part is like finding ways around it.
Well, a lot of the times when you see a play that's extremely creative, they're creative because they're taking so many different ideas or tactics and combining them and confusing another player.
Right.
That's a
So you can teach the tactics, but you can't teach how to maneuver with the
how
tactics.
to get them all together.
Right.
What do I know? I don't even play chess.
So creativity, we can or we can't control it.
It depends which way you think of it. Is it a tactic or is it the
It's
thing?
a no. It's like a yeah no.
It's like a maybe yes,
It's like
maybe
a-
no.
Yeah, like a yeah no you kind of thing.
I feel like it's more like a no, like a no. It's not something you can. It's not something you can really control.
Yeah. She went to go get another water.
Oh.
But I don't know if it's maybe like a
I
temperamental
thought it was that
thing.
milk, bro.
Temperamental as in
Because I've seen some people who, like, let's say, like they are constantly creating blah 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 blah, blah,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like very steadfast in that. And some people who like only release like a book every other 10 years, 20 years, and it's awesome. Like some people who seem to be very but we talked about the inspiration, right, and motivation. Like some people, maybe these people are very motivation focused. I don't know what I'm talking about.
creativity is just one of those things where it's kind of hard.
It's either what? How about
I feel like it's like the heart. Like you can't teach humility, but you can like
what?
do
I
stuff.
thought you were talking like the heart beating. Like you can't teach a heart how to beat,
Yeah.
but it just does it naturally.
You can't teach someone to be humble. You just put things in their way
Sit down.
by
to
their circumstances.
yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. So so our circumstances are in control of our creativity. So then who's in control of our circumstances, huh?
Life.
Who's in charge of our lives?
We're not going
Jesus!
Yes! God is the center of it all, bro.
Can you open it for me?
Yeah.
there.
God is in control of it all, but it's God.
Earth.
God is our inspiration. I actually stole this idea, a lot of these ideas. My boy Plato. Rest in peace, homie.
Wherever you're at.
wherever you're at.
No, we're not doing that.
So, you know, Plato is his wrestling nickname. We don't even know his name.
How's it spelled?
He
Plato.
wrestled?
Plato.
Like he legit wrestled?
Like the Olympic style of wrestling, yeah.
Oh, nice.
And Plato means wide, so apparently this man was big.
Oh.
I stole it from the dialogue called Ion. It's about it's not really about creativity. It's about other stuff. But
Did you know did you guys ever watch Ion TV?
Nope.
Yeah. But yeah,
It used to be on just regular TV.
we're kind of inspired.
But
God's in control of our inspiration.
creativity
Where are my hands?
We're not in control, and we are in
creativity
control.
is easy yet complicated.
We are in
It
control.
has
we're not in
freedom,
control.
but with restrictions.
freedom
Right.
with no restriction. That's
We are in control, but our circumstances control it.
It's everything at the same time. It's terrible. It's great.
Now I'm
Because order is a good thing.
Or is it ordered or is it chaotic? What is it?
It's chaotic order.
chaos. It's
It's
order.
chaotic.
I think from
order.
the chaos
That's like
there's
saying hot ice or cold fire.
Exactly.
No, but it's like when
You
God
understand
made the
it.
earth, bro.
I
He
don't.
separated
That's
the land and the
exactly
sea,
what I mean.
but the sea was also like chaotic. But he ordered it to where it's apart from the land, right?
yeah.
La la la.
So is creativity an ordering or a chaosing?
You're ordering chaos.
Like you're already chaotic, and so you order that, and then
So-
you act more chaotic with
Let me-
the,
are
in,
we
the, in
creative?
the
How
How about
order.
this? Is milking it a creative endeavor?
I think so.
What are we creating?
Content.
What else?
We're creating things so people aren't bored.
Maybe they get more bored from this.
Maybe they
Are
do.
you guys bored?
I'll-
What do you guys think of my topics? Are my topics cringe?
hold
or
on.
are they good?
All I want to say is
Where's
okay.
the arm?
So thinking like, let's put it this way. Like I'm thinking when I'm trying to create something, I think a lot, right?
Uh-huh.
But you don't know what's in my head.
Uh-huh.
There's chaos in here.
Uh-huh.
But what you see
part
is
is
the
that?
order, the
part
final
is that?
product,
It's the vein.
Ah,
So it's taking the
which one
inner
it is.
chaos and
Go
making
out.
something order.
and making order from it.
Yeah, the inner chaos being all of your experiences, all
Yeah.
of your knowledge.
Yeah.
It's like bottling up a storm.
You bottle up the storm so you can make something out of it.
Good,
No, it's
'cause
funny.
There was
Oh,
one
my bad.
time.
no. It's
There was one
Bottle
time.
up the restrictions and the
There was one time
Where's
that
the hand?
I was in 220. There's
Why do you have
I was in
it?
I was in 220 and I wrote down on the window that's upstairs in 220. My whole thinking process of just creating a light show. And I wrote it down all down on the window. If you were to look at that, you wouldn't know what that was for.
It would look like a psychopath wrote it.
Now, if I looked at it, I know exactly what
It's
it
like
was.
art. Like, you know, when you look at like Picasso stuff, bro, like it's just craziness, but then like,
Monet.
Yeah. So then,
What?
But then the final,
money.
the final product, the final
Monet.
product I created is the light show or the light
Monet.
scene
Oh,
that I
that wasn't
created,
Picasso?
and that's what you see, and then you're like, damn, that's cool.
No.
Wait, what?
But the whole idea behind it was chaotic.
Money?
Monet. Well, who
Monet?
left the church? I heard the beep again.
It turned off. Since when?
Oh, bad,
like
bad, bad.
completely off.
There's no light
Wait,
coming
wait,
from
who's
it.
Monet?
It's a artist.
Wait,
Hold on.
who's Picasso?
I'll be right back.
Monet?
Picasso's a terrible story. Man. That's a terrible man.
Right.
Yeah.
He was.
You know my
he didn't
mom's
make
maiden
those?
name is Picasso?
He made them, and his name's Pablo Picasso, and he hated women. Like the
Right,
women of his
right.
life, he like abused them hard.
Mhm.
Do you know my mom's maiden name is Picasso?
Really?
But it's not with the spelled the same way.
Is it one S?
No, it's a Z.
Oh, it's a Z. Picasso.
Wait, who's Monet?
Monet's another guy.
She got
Huh.
more of the Spanish influence Mexican in her.
Yeah, she's kind of
Same with that one.
What that one?
That one
Saragossa?
right here.
Who?
This one.
I'm a European Spaniard.
Yeah, he's European Mexican.
Lame. I'm not Mexican. Ha ha ha. I actually do have some Mexican.
Yeah.
Lame.
Bean. Should we need to take a picture with our arms so that we can play this right in front of it right now.
How far are we in?
What time is it? That's no, but like, what time is it right now?
But I think we're fine because I think we can end it on that note because it's
Wait.
almost time.
Oh, perfect. Excuse me.
4. That was a 4.
We're gonna rate them now.
No, it was Joey and David, bro. They're telling me that like every time they burp, they rate each other
Ew. Oh, ew, in the back.
in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, they do that? I don't know. I just know every time they see each other and they burp, they rate each other.
So creativity is all about weird things, man. It's all about contradicting things.
Because chaos isn't a bad thing. It's when you don't control it.
Ordered-
That's when it's a bad thing.
Ordered chaos.
Like
Yeah.
my brother
free
was
restrictions.
like my brother was
Right.
really creative whenever he was like doing the tracks for YFN. Like he'd have to he'd cut things up, he'd add things, he'd remove things.
all things that can be taught, but the way he did it, unteachable. It's teachable and not teachable. It's in control and out of control. It's everything at the same time.
Your mom.
Isn't that cool?
I think it's pretty cool, don't you think?
It's everything and nothing at the same time.
Wow.
You know, that reminds me of a bit in the Bible when Jesus is talking about how everyone is lukewarm. And it makes sense, you know. Everything is
Yeah.
kind of lukewarm. Everything's halfway between life and death. Light and
Broken
darkness.
world, man. Broken world.
Are we still recording?
I think the media is.
Yeah,
I mean, the
voices.
voices. Oops.
What does media mean?
Mead and then yeah.
Mead,
Media.
like the drink, mead.
Media.
What is that?
It's like a beer.
You drink beer?
No, I don't drink beer
Then why do you know what it is?
because it's like in a Viking show. They drink mead.
Ah, is it spelled the same way?
No, it's like mead.
Why would they spell it like that?
Mead.
Bro, this girl got a huge vein.
Mine
bro.
too.
You got a bicep.
I
bro.
mean,
Look
my
at that.
arm. Look,
Nah,
my
that's-
arm.
oh,
My
I
arm
guess
has.
for a
Look,
woman.
mine has the same one.
What
my
is it?
arm-
She has a good forearm though, right there. These two muscles.
I didn't work out. on
too.
The
Friday.
delts, not
Delts
too
are here.
good. Yeah, they're not that
These are
good.
the delts.
Yeah, they're not that
Look,
good.
mine's pretty good too.
Tricep a little bit.
The
Forearms.
tries, the buys.
Bro, look, I'm like, I'm like three. Why does she have 3 arms? Ah.
Is it over?
So
So I think we can end on that note. Things
Oh,
time's
we're
running out.
ending anyways.
Well,
Time's running out.
last mark.
So yeah, everybody.
Hopefully y'all enjoyed that. Wait, everyone stop for a freeze frame. Ready? Okay, we're good.
Wait, fun fact, that some of that writing that you wrote on the window is still on Susani's window.
It's still there.
Like the bottom half, there's like a rectangle with like a recycling.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I literally filled out that whole thing because I started from the top and I went all the way to the bottom, and I guess they erased the top part. So if you ever want to see if you ever want to see my thinking process, go look at that window.
okay, bet.
It's chaos.
So everybody, I'd like to end on that note.
Yep.
Creativity is
Yes and no.
full of contradictions.
Chaotic and ordered.
Freedom and restrictions.
Free and
All
restricted.
all the things you can think of. That's
Opposites.
That's what it is.
Okay. Closing remarks.
Everything and everywhere all at once.
Okay, ready?
Those are
Ready?
nice.
Your thing. Your final sentence.
Hey, this is mine.
There is nothing new under the sun.
It's all about the box.
Create your formula and create more stuff from that formula.
Don't be afraid to experiment. Have fun. Until the next
Amen.
one. Later.